Was good. Was good. I'm back. So yeah. Um I noticed I got a lot of new subscribers on this channel, and I want to just make this announcement before I get into the video. Um I could get really disrespectful on this channel, and I do a lot of shit, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up that you don't have to just like tell me anything or question. I'm just letting you know I got this channel. I've been doing this shit for a minute. Like I've been having channels since 2013, and as spiritual channels, I've been doing this since 2017. So like, yeah, my channel, it could get a little disrespectful. So if you don't like a lot of swearing, a lot of disrespect, and I don't disrespect um my subscribers personally or nothing like that. I'm just saying I get real disrespectful when I cuss, and a lot of you guys who've been with me, you niggas know what time it is. So like, I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I'm very disrespectful, and it's rated AO, adults only. It's not even rated R. So this just bad. This just, yeah. I'm just letting you guys know because I don't want like all these comments saying this that, like, you guys, like, yeah. So I want to talk about these mind control programs because I'm starting to feel the energy a lot more in these mind control programs. About 3 weeks ago, this is a very fucking interesting. It's very interesting what I'm about to tell you guys. The observation I had 3 weeks ago, I was at the 7-Eleven, right? And I was going into the store to go get something. There's this girl. I'll say she's about like, probably like 20, 19, around that age. And when I seen her vibe, I just felt a very negative vibe because she asked me for some money, and she was asking people for money, and I didn't give her no money because I felt a very negative vibe. Like you could tell she probably been through some type of like trauma or something really negative in her life, and then it created a demon out of her. So she had that type of energy where she'll set somebody up, or she'll manipulate men, or she just very demonic and probably even kill her own mother. Like she had that very negative energy. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. And when I was feeling all this in my mind, I'm like, maybe I'm just doing too much. I'm just it's whatever. This video is not pre-recorded, it's the real video. But when I was when I was judging and like not even judging, I was feeling the energy because I was feeling the energy. And then from feeling the energy, then I make my judgment. So I was feeling the energy and just it didn't feel right. I was like, nah, whatever. I was like, oh, I don't have no money, whatever. So that was dead said and done. This was like 3 weeks ago. Yesterday, I went to the 7-Eleven again. It wasn't a 7-Eleven, but it was like right down the street from the 7-Eleven. I was driving my car. I got out. I seen the girl, and she's like, I guess she was with like a boy, the boyfriend or whatever. This bitch just throwing ice and cussing and slapping the shit out of him. He ain't doing nothing. She's like cussing and getting hella disrespectful. And it's like I picked up on the energy, and it's weird because it's not just negativity. Even when I feel positive, like I feel positive about somebody, and the opposite would happen. Like I feel positive about this person, and this person will go and give me something or compliment me. So it's like this shit. Like this, is what I'm saying. Like you guys need to learn how to develop that skill we all have to read energy, because you really need to learn how to read energy out, because the mind control programs are getting a lot worse out here. People are getting more faker. And this has to do with more than just, it has to do with the shit they're putting in the food, the chemicals in the air, the mind control, all of it put together. That's the reason why everything is all fucked up right now. And it's getting worse. Like it's not getting better. Like even 2-3 years ago, the way people communicate and talk is not the same as it is right now. Like I feel like people are more retarded now. It's just crazy. I feel like people are more fucking retarded right now. And like every single time that I try to like talk to people, I just get this fake ass energy. Like even I feel like I try not to even communicate unless it's very important, because I get a fake energy and I don't like feeling and being fake. So if I feel like that, I have to get out of that energy. So it's like, and I have to do something to kind of make up for that shit. I hate that shit. That's why I don't even communicate with people nowadays unless it's about something, about business, about we're about to accomplish a mission, a goal, some type of task that I set out to do for the day. Then it's good to communicate. But if it's not, keep the conversation short and keep moving, because you're wasting right now. It's like you don't want to waste a lot of time. Because back in 2020, 2021, the energy was in a way where you could have wasted a lot of time, but if you took advantage of your time, you would have been in a better position now. But right now, nobody can waste time. The energy's not allowing it. Like if you do it, it's not gonna feel right. You gotta feel like you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, don't even negotiate with these sheep unless it's about something important, because we already know everybody's on a program. And one thing about a program can only revolve in circles. It can only do the same thing. It can't do anything out the program. So when you're talking to somebody who's in a program, you can't expect them to do something different. Whatever they do, wake up, eat fucking um whatever they eat, go play a lottery ticket, go watch this television show, go play this game. They're gonna do that shit because they're in a program. They can't get out of that program. So you can't expect for that to even go anywhere. So when you see somebody in a program, look at it like a revolving circle that's never gonna like ever get out of it. So they're gonna be doing the same thing, they're gonna attract the same thing, and then they're gonna complain about the same thing, and it's never gonna get better as long as they're so. If you communicate with them, you're wasting your fucking time. You feel me? Like you're wasting your fucking time. It's like it's no point. And then you may even fuck up your own energy, because let's just say you want to make money, you want to be successful. If you're hanging around with somebody who's mediocre, who works at a regular mediocre 9 to 5, they're not meant to have success. And if you're cool with them, the the energy is not going to allow you to get success, because you're going to end up giving some to him and he's not allowed to get it. So it fucks up your manifestation or your karmic energy, because you're creating karma by making ties with certain people. That's why you don't want to be really cool with certain people, because it'll be hard to, like, if you're around a bunch of bum ass people and they will never ever become successful or be self-employed, you can't be friends with them and think you're going to be self-employed, because you're going to be jumping in that portal and that energy, and you're going to manifest what they're going through, and you're going to have to talk about what they're going through, and then you may have the same issues and complaints as them because you're in that energy. Like somebody who's on drugs doesn't have the same complaints and problems as somebody who isn't, but we both still got problems. But you don't want to be getting problems you don't need. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Yeah, this video is not pre-recorded. So you guys always got to remember, like, don't fuck with these people out here. And like I said, Saturn's and Pisces. So everybody's stuck in their fucking delusions right now. You can't wake nobody up right now. It's you can't wake nobody up right now. Everybody's lost in their shit, and you're gonna see a lot of people lost, because right now it's like you have to be real right now. When it comes to Pisces, you're not supposed to be lost in your delusions right now. It's not a good time to be lost in it. You're supposed to be bringing shit down to make it real. And right now, everyone's lost in their bullshit, and you can see it. And you're even able to see like people get exposed and shit. And like it's funny how everyone's talking about the information age in the spiritual community. Like everything's gonna get exposed, everything's gonna wake up. And there's information out here exposing that whole conscious black community is full of shit. And everyone's like overlooking that. But then when they were talking about how, oh, the Aquarian age is going to expose everything, they just thought it was just going to be the shadow government and the elite, which they're getting exposed. But it's also a lot of these spiritual communities, they're getting exposed too. So like right now, this is the Saturn and Pisces energy. Right now, a lot of people like kind of like, it's like they're just trying to create their own delusion to feel good right now. That's everyone's like they're just running to their escapism. So they're just believing. It's like everything's a fucking religion nowadays. Just look at it like that. Everything's a fucking religion. This is why, like, there's really, at the end of the day, there's only really bettering yourself. You hear that? That's my Mexican music, man. That shit is slap. It's la banana gonna mana burritos, nigga. Hey, that shit my jam right there. You niggas don't even fucking know. On motherfucking Mexican jam. It's called As Muchas Coaches. That's what it's called, nigga. But yeah, like for real, nigga. Like I'm telling you guys, like this shit's for real. Somebody said I feel like I'm forced to fast because because time's speeding up. Um, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only reason most people are fasting nowadays. Everyone's all talking about, and don't get me wrong, it's good that everyone's fasting, but it's funny you see all these people like, oh, I'm fasting, I'm doing the internet. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm not talking about you. Like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all these other niggas. I was like, oh, I'm doing this fast right now. I'm doing this, and we're doing intermittent, and we're doing, and like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You wouldn't have done this shit back in 2019, 2020, 2018. You wouldn't have done it because the days was too long. I remember I was talking about fasting like back in 2020, the pandemic area. Everyone was like looking at it like it was crazy and they don't do it really. And that's when I was knocking out most of my fasts. Like, to be honest, it was easier fasting back then for me than it is now. I don't know why. Like, mentally it is. Like, it was easier back then for me because like the energy was more calmer, I feel, back then than it is now. The energy is very chaotic now. You got to really be grounded and focused. Like, the energies is really like up and go right now. Muchos coaches. Uh, Yeah, remember said there was a real food shortage and it would kind of expose people's dark side and some real shit you mentioned. It's not like it's just the government's creating a food shortage. That's all it is. They're just creating a food shortage. They're not actually fucking, it's not actually a food shortage. Like, think about it, like, if there was a food shortage, people would be starving. How is it a food shortage so conveniently that every year the packages get a little smaller? That don't mean like people say, oh, when you steal, it makes the price go up. Well, if that's the case, then why the fuck isn't a pack of gum like $5 or some shit or $7, $10? Idiot. And don't we have inflation too? So why is gum still the same? So that's obviously, that doesn't make sense, because if you look at the amount of shit that gets stolen every fucking day, or not even just gets stolen, gets thrown out because it's expired or nobody wants to buy it or it's out of style, so they have to just get rid of it and throw it away or burn it. Like, they burn clothes and all that shit. Like, if you look at all that shit, it's like that's not the reason. It's all fucking because it's an agenda. They want it like that. Say, oh, if you steal, then it makes the price go up. No, you idiot. Because if that was the case, then why isn't things more expensive? And why is the quality of shit going down? Shit, crazy. Like, that's what I don't. People just so they just repeat what. Like, I remember I was reading this comment, and then the bitch was like, "Oh, Kanye West is anti-Semitic." I'm like, and I was like, I typed it. I was like, "You stupid bitch! You wouldn't even know what that word was if you didn't watch Fox and CNN." That's who the fuck goes around talking about, "Oh, you're anti-Semitic." Who the fuck even has, like, would just go up and go to a white person and say, "Oh, I don't like you because you're Jewish," or what? Like, people don't even think like that, really. So it don't even make sense for her to even say that shit. And I said that shit, and hell of people like they're like laughing and shit, like because I was right. Like, who the fuck says anti-Semitic? Like, you probably don't even know a fucking Jewish person. My dad, I went to a bar mitzvah when I was fucking hella young. It was because I guess my dad, he worked in like IT and shit, and then he had a Jewish friend, and then we went to the house and shit, and like fucking I went to the bar mitzvah and shit. This was like years ago when I was hella young. But like, a lot of people don't even fucking know somebody who was like that, because you don't see people like that's the only Jewish person I ever met in my life that I fucking know. So for you for the bitch like, oh, anti-Semitic, shut your bitch ass up. You don't even know what the fuck that word is. You just got it from fucking, what's it called, CNN, Fox, like everybody else gets it from. Like, that's why these sheep could own. This is why you can, like, people think like, oh, you're hella intelligent, or you read energy, and sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's just I can read programs because I see the same thing every day. Every single person I see in my life, 99% of people I see in my life is what I should say. I can look at them and I could be like, okay, that's a program, and I've seen that program before. So every person that comes in my life, 9 out of 10 people, I know how to deal with them because I know how they're going to act. I know what decisions they're going to make. I know what they're going to do. I know what, if I say this, I know how they're going to respond, because they can't act outside the program. Like, your computer can't run 4090 RTX if it's only able to fucking operate 3060 RTX. So you can't put something stronger in it. You have to go and upgrade it. Like you see, you got to upgrade the base of the whole shit. Like even you can't put that shit into a Windows 95 computer. You have to go get a stronger computer and a stronger base to be able to put the graphics chip in it. You see what I'm saying? These sheep, it's the same fucking thing. You can't put no other program in it because they're running something way back in the day. So you know what they're gonna say, what they're gonna do, and it's gonna be an infinite combinations of the same thing. So they're gonna just say the same thing, but in a different way. And if you can read within the infinite combinations of the same shit, then you can read their fucking energy. They're gonna like I just look at the energy. These people are fucking dumb. But I feel the energy so much on people like you could just feel it. And I like before I used to like kind of get the benefit of the doubt, but at this point I always because I'll see somebody and I'll be like, I hate this motherfucker. And this is why they'll tell you, oh, don't be a hater. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying be a hater, but sometimes if you hate somebody and you feel it, don't just ignore that. Because if you ignore it and be like, oh, there'll be sometimes I hate a motherfucker. And then I'll be like, and then in my mind, I have to correct myself, be like, no, I hate this person because other people be like, oh, why am I feeling like I hate this? And then they'll feel like there's something wrong with them. Like, oh, I'm a hater. No, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you think, nigga. If I hate somebody, I'm gonna figure out why I don't like that person and I'm gonna stay the fuck far away from them or whatever. So sometimes I feel like I hate somebody for no reason. And a lot of people will ignore that because they'll be like, oh, it's because I'm a hater and I don't want to be a hater. I don't give a fuck what you niggas think. I hate some motherfucker, so I'm gonna go off that energy. And every single time I see the person, it will always play out as something that I okay, it confirms that. And then people will say, no, you manifest that. No, because if you're a negative person, you're not just a negative person just today. You were a negative person yesterday, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So there was a pattern. So for me to spot a negative thing means he was already doing that. He didn't just start being a negative person today. So I picked up on it. So it wasn't, oh, I manifest that. Because if let's just say if I didn't say it and I didn't manifest it and I was around that person, it will still play out as a negative situation. But I didn't catch it. But if I'm able to catch it, you can't say that, oh, you manifest that because he was already like that. And it would have played out whether I thought about it or not, if you guys know what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you guys, like for real, like just learn how to read energy. If you feel a certain way about somebody, always question it. I'm not saying go straight to like do some erratic, crazy shit. I'm just saying like trust it and be cautious of shit when you feel a certain way. I might add some people in the room, but like I said, guys, like it's just crazy out here. So at work, I was forced to be around people who don't think outside the box. Yeah, I can't at this point right now. I can't deal with people like I just can't. It just I pick up on the energy. I'm thinking like I'm still seeing like is it because I'm raising my frequency or is are people actually changing or is it both? I'm thinking it's because I'm raising my frequency. I think that's what it is because I think that's what it is. I don't really think people are changing because even like certain things I listen to, like I can't even listen to most rap music anymore like I used to. Um, Certain things I like to do, I can't really do that like I used to do 2 years ago. Foods I used to eat. So I'm thinking maybe this all connection is a correlation. I'm not thinking I know, but like I'm just talking for you guys. But that's what I'm saying. This shit's crazy, man. Like But anybody who wants to go on a fast, I'm gonna be starting a fast. What's today? It's today's Sunday. I want to say Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna be starting the fast. If anybody wants to join me, it's gonna be a fast that's gonna be for me. I'm not gonna do a set number of days. I don't do a set number of days. I'm gonna just go on it. Anybody wants to join, you can join. Every day I go on my fast, I'm gonna try to make a video telling you guys how I'm feeling, and just I'm gonna talk about other shit too, but I'm gonna be like day one of my fast, and then I'll make my video about what I make my videos. So I'll probably be making more videos because when I'm on my fast, that's when I love to make videos the most. To be honest, because I enjoy it more when I do, especially when I get deeper into my fast. Because that's when I start getting a lot more information. Like if you guys can fast for a long time, you guys can start actually getting information. And like there's certain information I haven't gotten yet that I need to clear up so I can get certain deeper information and activate my certain parts of my mind and remember a lot more shit. So there's certain things I gotta still do. Because that's really what it is, like just doing that, activate and remember. Yeah. And it's like at this point right now, like because a lot of you were saying earlier, like something like time speeding up, and then like everything's going. It's got to keep going. So there's no need to really worry about it because that shit's never gonna change back. It's got to keep going, and yeah, you just gotta like just keep on going. I don't really even think too much about it because I just don't do a lot of the shit I used to do. Once you get rid of the shit you don't need to do, and like a lot of people complain, oh, I don't have time, but then they'll go watch a Netflix series. Like how you watch a Netflix series, but then and then say you don't have time, but you watch 2 hours of Netflix. So it's like you do have time. You just wanna have fun and enjoy your life and feel good, which is nothing wrong with that. But there's like a price to pay with it. Nothing is really free. So you can do that, but then you may not have time to do other shit. And then when somebody who's in a position where they have a lot more assets and business and situations in life and you don't, you're gonna complain that oh it's fucked up and how it's unfair and how they got lucky. But it's like no, not really. It's like that person did things that the average person didn't do. Like there's people who go out and every weekend after work they relax. But then there's some people after work every weekend they'll work on their business. But then that person gets $1 million, and then the other person in the same amount of time he's doing the same thing, and then they complain how life's unfair. But it's like you have to like take some type of sacrifice in life to really get to where you want to get to. And since like they want everyone mainly being a consumer and being retarded so they can make these people rich, they gotta like make people think it's normal to do that. That's why you gotta stop hanging around with these dumbass sheep because their mind is very small and then they think small. So if you're in their world, then you're gonna think that that's the whole world. But once you get out of it, like you go into these sheep, and then they'll be talking about shit. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're very intelligent, you're very smart," but that doesn't. I don't give a fuck. You're a damn sheep. That doesn't mean anything to me because your world is already fucking small. It's like a fucking second grader telling me that I'm fucking tall. Like, okay, I'm tall, but nigga, Shaquille O'Neal's tall. The fuck, like, you see what I'm saying? It's dumb. Give a fuck what you niggas think. You don't have no bearing on me and shit. It's like it's craziness. Yeah, I'll probably put the link later. I'm not really feeling like it right now because I might want to go. Because like if I put the link and then I'm in the middle and I want to go and I don't want to just end it like that, so that's why I don't want to put the link. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I'll probably go live later and invite some people in like we did last time. Hmm. Yeah. What's today's day? Oh, it's the 24th. Yeah. Hold on. Man, damn, that's hella weird. Yeah. Well, what's good? Whatever. Anybody got any questions before I head out? Oh yeah, and then I'm also gonna be talking more about yoga as well. I'm gonna be showing you guys. I'm gonna be posting a video I do of yoga. One of the stretches I do. I'm gonna be posting that in my community. I do that every single day, twice a day. So I'm gonna be well. I don't do that exact same what they do on it. I like add my own twist and variations to it. But yeah, a lot of people sleep on yoga for some reason, which I know why because if you do it, it's very powerful. And then the government, the system, they can't force you to not do it. But what they can do is put a bunch of mind control programs to make you think of it like it's a waste of time. So like this is why like right now for me, when I see an old person that has a bad back or that's very unhealthy, I look at them as very low vibrational. I'm not talking about like people in my family, they're my family, that's different. But like if I see an old person and their back is fucked up and they're crunched, they're low vibrational. Every single old person you see with their back messed up, that's a low vibrational person. And I'm not just saying this, I'm saying this because my experience, because I'll see somebody in there, they'll be an old person and they'll have a back that's like straight. And then they'll be healthy and they'll always talk about eating healthy and they'll have energy and they'll be like somebody who's in their like 40s or some shit. And they'll be like in their like 70s, 80s. But then I see old people that be senile, sick, and then when I talk to them or I hear them talk, they're always negative, or they believe in Trump and the government, and they're so fucking programmed, and they take medicine. So it's like it correlates. So a lot of people say, "Oh, when you get old, you get agile and sick." That's bullshit. The only reason they say when you get old, you get sick is because you don't take care of your body. So if you're 80 years old and you're in a wheelchair, you spent 80 years of your life not taking care of your body. So you're going to be in a wheelchair. But if you're 30, if you're 40, you only spend 40 years not taking care of your body. You see what I'm saying? So it's not going to be that bad for some people. Some people it can be that bad, but you see what I'm so it's not like, oh, when you get old you get, that's bullshit. It's when you get old you get unhealthy, because look in this reality, everything's fucking unhealthy, the food, the water, everything. So it only makes sense the average person who's not fasting and healing and doing is gonna fucking, you see what I'm saying? You guys need to like, I don't know why people don't understand what I'm saying, but that's why I just tell you guys to be real. Like if it's every old person I see, I don't even like, I look that has like a lot of health issues, I look at them as low vibrational. Because if you're old, you shouldn't have health issues unless you were not taking care of your body. If you weren't taking care of your body, then okay, you're gonna have it, which that means you're in a fucked up mindset. And I'm not saying this, oh, I'm better, because if I'm old and I'm sick, I fucked up, and that's my punishment. So I'm saying the same thing. If I'm old and I have any issues with my health, then that means when I'm in the next 40 years, I should be more healthier than I am right now. And if I'm not, that means I failed. And anybody that says not, otherwise is a fucking moron. Ask them have they did 43 days of fasting. If they haven't, they can kiss your fucking ass. Anybody that tells you when you're old you get sick and, oh, shut the fuck up, nigga. Yeah, we all die, but who the fuck said I gotta die from being old? I could just be living my life randomly, and then the spirit just says stop the heart, and my heart stops, and I just drop, because that's my point of death. Why the fuck I gotta die through some fucking old age or something? It could be just my heart just stops fucking beating, and the spirit says this is your time to go, and then you're just gone. You see what I'm saying? Like nobody thinks like that. Everyone always assumes, oh, because they watch too much TV. Because where else are they getting it from? You only can get it from a Mason. So any of these stupid asses that want to tell you anything about anything, tell them like, where do you get that from? You're getting it from somewhere. Shit is crazy. I'm telling you guys, man. I just hate when people say ignorant fucking shit. That shit's so damn annoying. Like, and then it's like they're not even. And this motherfucker just staring at me. They're not even. They're not even coming at it from a real true perspective. Like they're coming at it from something they read or they watched a movie or and then they won't tell you that. They'll just think like it's real truth. But then where else are they getting it from? Because the average person you talk to, they're an idiot. They don't study. They don't read. The only information they get is from their work environment and from the news feed of their whatever they're scrolling on IG, Twitter, whatever. That's the only information these sheep get is from their work environment, which is where they get programmed. And then they also get the programming from the social media app. So the average person, when you're talking to them, you're talking to them if they're working. If they're not working, then they're going to be only on social media. That's the mainly where they're because they're not going to be doing anything because they don't have no money to really do anything. And if you're working, you don't have no time really and then the time you do have is very minor and you're probably on the phone scrolling, so you can tell everyone's getting during where else are they doing that? Nobody's going to take trips around the world and get information and going within, and no one's doing that shit. You see what I'm saying? So if nobody's doing that, then it's safe to say what I'm saying is fucking right. You're dealing with a bunch of dumb fucks. But I'm probably gonna end this live stream right now. I'll probably come on a little later. Just wanted to say a few things to you guys. Shit. And all you guys who haven't really started a channel, like you should just start a channel to be honest. Like I don't know why a lot of people haven't. Like shout out to Jay Vaz, he started a channel. And like he just said whatever and people watching this stuff now. So at least you put you got it started. Like a lot of people I don't know why they don't have channels and shit. Cause it's good to like spread this message and shit. Yeah. But I'm about to go and I'm gonna hit you guys up later. All right then.